Hi Aries, this is Tara with Ariana Stock with your forecast for December 2025. I will use Divine Messages Oracle, the Ideal Tarot, amongst other decks for your reading this month. For a personalized reading as well as for deck purchase, feel free to reach us at the email address given below. Let's just begin your reading. Now, the overall energy from the Ideal Tarot, I do have two cards. This is the Fool. So this is certainly talking about a journey. Maybe your thoughts are going to center around taking a holiday this season. Perhaps discussions revolve around the same, even if you're not making your way. A bit nostalgic as well. I think the need of the hour is also to be tactful with respect to your relationships. Maybe there's a distance that has crept up in an important relationship and you want to bring those walls down. Many of you will do well if you ignore the unkind remarks directed at you. Incidentally, I also have the Strength card from the Ideal Tarot. This means that you're going to gain in strength, or you're going to move from strength to strength this December. Perhaps there are going to be minor irritants, but then you can take heart from the fact that you're going to achieve your ends. Past dues also going to come in for Aries. Maybe many of you are also dealing with people in authority, government officials. Incidentally, I also feel that many of you are also going to give considerable thought to a relationship. It's time to put things into perspective. In case you're being taken for a ride, then this is the time to put your foot down. Perhaps you don't want anyone to string you along in a romantic connection, or someone is taking undue advantage of you. And this means that you're not going to be someone who is going to be vulnerable any further. Rather, you're going to put an end to such a relationship which is extremely toxic for you. The final days of November stepping into December is the Devil card. Now this talks about material gains. This is a material vibration. Maybe you had made some kind of profit, or it was a very productive period for you. I think communication had increased and brought in opportunities. Maybe you were also someone who needed to guard against miscommunication. Misunderstandings may have also crept up in a relationship. Perhaps you had found yourself being blamed unnecessarily, or you were getting the wrong end of the stick. Maybe people were also prejudiced, especially family elders. Oftentimes, in those final days, you had felt very frustrated on account of the limitations imposed upon you by your family. Incidentally, with this card also, I think you needed to cooperate and collaborate. Aries, many of you were also in a philosophical frame of mind. Obstacles to overcome this month, or the challenges, is the Page of Cups. Now, this person, he could be accused of being narcissistic. Maybe you want to be all by yourself. Hastiness can lead to your undoing, so try to avoid speaking out of turn. It could also lead to competition. Your family could also question your contribution towards the family purse. Maybe you need to enumerate whatever you have done. Sometimes, we are not keen on outlining our contributions, but then this month you need to do the same. Maybe you also need to be the caregiver. This December, someone around you could be unwell. Strange people could also try to connect with you. Maybe there are going to be guests and visitors. You're also dealing with whimsical people, so expect a change of plans. Influences for December 2025 is the Ace of Pentacles. So this talks about gains. Again, the door is open. There is a pentacle up for grabs. If you're going to be prudent, then you can ink those deals. Maybe you're also a bit temperamental this month. Oftentimes, Aries, you could also be accused of meddlesome behavior. So be patient. Also, don't be discouraged, rather motivate yourself. Again, you also need to tone down your expectations a bit, even if there are opportunities. I think you shouldn't set your hopes too high. The first 10 days of December is the Nine of Swords. Now, this lady, she seems to be hiding her face from us. Perhaps there is going to be some kind of stress that you have to deal with. Your responsibilities will increase undeniably. Maybe staff is going to play truant, or housekeeping staff isn't available. That is why you have to take the onus. Yet you can take heart from the fact that task is done one after the other. Many of you could also be dealing with people who could give you a bad name. Those of you who are looking for job opportunities, they are going to be there for the taking, but then it may not be up to your expectations. Perhaps the pay on offer is not up to the mark. Those of you who are dealing with clients and patrons through a middle person, maybe you want to do the same directly. Maybe you believe that the middleman is making off with money. Health concerns are also very likely for Aries. I do have Lenormand's child, so maybe you need to be childlike, maybe you need to be innocent, or perhaps spend time with the children. They could help you de-stress. You know this lad is also playing with a toy. It's a boat or a ship, and you did have the Fool here, so some kind of journey is going to be a priority for you. The next 10 days, that is 11th to 20th December, is the Five of Swords. The 5 talks about the need for you to weigh your words, be very coherent, be clear, because misunderstandings could crop up. Don't poke your nose in other people's affairs. Like I said, you needn't speak out of turn. So once again, it is being outlined with this card. This 5 also means that your schedule could go for a toss. You also need to work extra hard. Incidentally, you will complete a lot of work, but then others may find your ideas controversial. Maybe you're also negotiating, so you could have to give in to what someone who is a benefactor could desire from you. Maybe you're negotiating with respect to money matters, and you could find yourself having to surrender to what others want. Ideally, I think, Aries, you should use your sweet tongue or your glib tongue to good effect. Maybe reconnections are also going to be possible at this time. Someone's health could also pave the way for you reconnecting with someone with whom you are out of touch. The final days of the month, that is 21st to 31st December, is the 8 of Wands. Now this talks about good tidings, good news via communication. This is a very active card. You could be dealing with the fire signs, Sagittarius, other Aries, as well as Leo. I think you also need to be careful, because people around you think that you're unprincipled. They could also wonder whether you have broken the rules. So be very clear when it comes to financial transactions. Again, this card is also talking about a journey, travel, or movement is also on the cards. Maybe you shouldn't make callous remarks, as it could put a strain on your relationships. You should also be attentive to your paternal elders, especially your dad. With this card also, I think people are going to come forward to assist you, but then you can do so on your own and you don't require the assistance. As the boss, you could also be dealing with people who are gossiping, especially a worker who's always gossiping. Maybe this person is also tampering with your goods, so you need to distance yourself. You should find suitable replacements. Again, work offers are also going to be there in these days, but they may not match up to your expectations. Perhaps that is why you could find yourself ruminating over your actions. You could be in deep thought, whether personally or professionally. Something is also going to make you contemplate. There's a lady, so in case you're in a romantic connection, it could be that you're dealing with your special someone, whether it's a he or a she. take as it resonates. With respect to your love life, I do have this card. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So in case you're single or in case you're cyber stalking someone, I think you need to be patient with your person. Perhaps you're also someone who is wanting to be aloof in a relationship or in an existing connection, so avoid doing that. Again, with that Nine of Swords also, maybe you are going to be sleep deprived on account of a romantic connection. Maybe you believe that you are being persuasive and this person isn't wearing his heart on his sleeve. With thoughts also from the Kipper deck, your person could be thinking about you even if there's a lack of communication. Yet I also feel that some of you could be in an on again, off again relationship. You could also reconnect with this person because someone in his life or her life is unwell. Incidentally, with the Eight of Wands, I think if you are traveling to a new place, you could meet up with new faces. Maybe these people are going to show an interest in you or in your work because they want to get to know you better. I do have the card, I have loved none but you, from the Love Oracle deck. Tulips does talk about unconditional love, so you could expect the same. If you're in a romantic connection, maybe you need to add a touch of romance or be more flirtatious this month. I think your person and you could also bounce ideas off each other. Some of you could be dealing with a person who is very oppressive. I also have this card, fair and square, so everything is fair in love and war. Maybe many of you are also dealing with the legal system this December. Like I said earlier, that you could be dealing with government officials. In case you're looking into official documents, I think you need to pay attention. Archangel Michael is also telling you positive thoughts create positive results. You know, you need to be positive or optimistic about your love life. You also have this card, thoughts, which means that this person is ruminating over his actions or something is bothering you. And this card is also telling you to avoid negative self-talk. You need to focus on the positives in your life because, you know, if you have that mindset, you're going to manifest abundance and positive situations this December. And this is something you need to carry forward into the new year, Aries. On that note, I will wrap up this reading. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.